What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about a router that really stands out, both because of its futuristic design and its powerful spec. This is the TP-Link Archer GE800, a tri-band Wi-Fi 7 router with up to 19,000 Mbps of a total bandwidth, sold for about $599 USD. It's TP-Link most high-end gaming router so far, and it's definitely one of the boldest in terms of design, but does it really deliver? Let's find out. So first of all, in the box you will find the Archer GE800 router, a power adapter that it's pretty big, a network cable, and a small pin for reset. As soon as you take the router out, you will notice its space age design. It honestly looks like a Star Wars ship with two RGB lit vertical wings. It's big, heavy, and not for everyone. If you like flashy gamer style, you will love it. If not, you might want to hide it under your desk. One important note, it can't be mounted on the wall, so you will need a flat surface, and since it's get pretty warm, make sure to place it in a well-ventilated area. For the build quality, the GE800 is made of high-quality plastic with a metallic finish. Inside it's very solid, a 2.2 GHz Qualcomm quad-core CPU, 2 GB of RAM, and a large heatsink with an active fan to keep it cool. That fan makes some noise, especially in a quiet room, so if you want a totally silent setup, that's something to consider. Now let's talk about feature. Let's talk port first, and there are many. You're getting two 10 giga ports. One of them is a combo SFP Plus for fiber, 4 2.5 LAN port, one USB 3 port. Of course, it's a tri-band Wi-Fi 7 router, so you're getting the 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, and 6 GHz, and support multi-link operation MLO. This allows a compatible device to use multiple bands at the same time for better speed and stability. It also works with Easy Mesh, and you can act as an access point. And also, I want to mention, you can't combine your router with the Deco lines from the TP-Link. I was surprised, but it's two different mesh technology, so you will need like other router that's compatible with Easy Mesh, and you can't really link them with your Deco setup. What makes it gaming is the special section in the TP-Link Tether app and web interface. It has options like Smart QoS for games, prioritize LAN port, WT fast network acceleration that you can do your logged in if you want, game stats and real-time info, auto detection of running games, and I'm gonna show you a lot more later when we look at the app. Now let's talk about performance. The Wi-Fi performance is really solid on this router. With an Intel BE200 card on my laptop, I reach over 2500 Mbps at 5 meters using the Wi-Fi 7 on the 6 GHz. That's really impressive. As I expected though, the 6 GHz doesn't reach as far as the 5 GHz, so 5 GHz is still more reliable through walls. Even on Wi-Fi 6 devices, 5 GHz perform great. During my test, I stream content, download big games, play Call of Duty, and I did heavy network transfer, all with zero disconnection. I also plug in a portable SSD into the USB 3.0, and honestly, it's got very stable. It's perfect for using it like a mini home NAS. I was really surprised of that feature, and it's something that I never think about, but with my YouTube channel, and I have a lot of video that I need to move around, I think now it's gonna be my setup to store my videos. Now let's take a quick look at the web interface before I share my personal experience. So now for your software, so you have two ways that you can access your router. You can do it by the web page, but also you can do it with the app, and you pretty much have the same option over there. First of all, it's not a guide. I'm not gonna show you how to create like your wireless and stuff like that, and also I don't want to share all the information of my house. So I'm gonna show you some cool feature that you have. First of all, you have the tab Game Center over here. We're gonna look at the first tab over there. First of all, the RGB effect. So you can change the RGB effect directly on your router. As you can see, you can change also the brightness. So pretty cool feature over here. You're getting your network traffic. So if you're seeing download, upload, and you're not too sure why, probably you have an issue, and I will show you how to see all the traffic and all from the different device and app later. The performance tab, this is really cool. You can see the load on your CPU and the load on your memory. I have a lot of device connected on internet, and from my previous router, I'm not too sure, like, am I bottlenecking right now? Do I have like a proper power on my router? And as you can see, it's not an issue with this one. I have 60 different devices connected right now, so it's pretty powerful, as you can see. For the USB, if you want to connect some, I don't know, drive, this drive over there, you will see it over here. After that, I'm gonna show you the game port and stuff like that later. You can also boost your device, so if you want to prioritize some device, so in my case, this is my main PC. I'm using a cable, and also I want to prioritize my Nest doorbell and make sure that this one is working well, so you can do that easily. You have the game acceleration tab over here, so you can prioritize your QoS. So as you can see, I click on it and I prioritize for video games. You can change it depending on what you want to do. Also, you can do a custom if you want. You have the game server acceleration to make sure that you optimize your route when you're playing a game. The only thing is you will need to create an account on WT Fast, and you logged in over there, and it will be automatically linked to your router. Now let's go to game port forwarding. Each like good router, you always want to do that if you have an issue with some console when you want to play online and stuff like that, or whatever what you need to do. This is pretty much where you do it. You can see your game statistics, or for an example, a Click Riot game, you can see when you play it with the duration and stuff like that. You have a game detector, and the game diagnostic, that's really cool. You can ping and test if you have an issue on your side, on their side, so you can definitely test a ping with an IP address or domain name. Now let's go to Home Shield. I'm not gonna show you the wireless or the internet part. Wireless, you pretty much have all the option to make different wireless setting with your 2.4, 5 GHz, 6 GHz if you want to do a guest invite wireless. I'm not gonna show you because you will see all my passwords and stuff like that. You have Home Shield, so you have the base one that you can do a network check if you want to look at, to scan your network. You also have a parent and control if you want to shut down some devices and stuff like that. But also you can have the more feature with Security Plus, so you're gonna get a nice package, but you need to pay by month. If I remember correctly, it's $6.99 Canadian, and also you can have a package for the whole year. And honestly, you have a pretty good feature, and you securitize your internet. Also, when you're just browsing on internet, it can really help. If you're not sure about the website, it's gonna block it, and it's a cool feature that you can add on your router directly. In the advanced section, you have again a lot of different parameters. If you want to have a VPN client directly on your router, you can do that. You pretty much have your system over here that you can update your firmware and stuff like that. The cool thing that I want to show you is your traffic monitor. So over there you will see all the app or device usage with different clients, so that's pretty cool. So for example, if you have, I don't know, a sketchy vacuum cleaner with a camera and it's uploading like your feed, and when it's recharging, you will see it over here, so you can definitely monitor everything that's what's going on in your house. So honestly, it's a pretty good web page. The app also is working very well. When you change a parameter and you save it, instant apply it. You don't have any lag, loading, or just timeout, and you don't know if it works. It's working very well, honestly. So this is pretty much it. Now let's go back to my conclusion. Now let's talk about my experience. I use the GE800 as my main home router for over a week now. I test games like Warzone, Valorant, and games that really need a stable connection like League of Legends. It's a good test. It's a good game to test. And I also play a lot on Showdown. The big thing that I noticed, the connection is super stable, both wired and wireless. A small but cool surprise, when I plugged in the dedicated game port, I got 4 to 5 ms lower ping compared to other router that I've tested on League of Legends. I was really surprised, even compared to my Deco Mesh system. On paper, that's not a huge difference, but in games, it's always welcome to have a lower ping. The Auto QoS system works very well too. Whenever I was gaming, someone was watching Netflix, or my Nest camera were uploading footage, I had no lag or slowdown. The speed were always smooth, and honestly, I think this is the first time a router has given me this level of stability at home. Also, the TP-Link Tether app is really user-friendly. Everything is well organized. I barely had to use my PC to make change, so you can do that as the distance on your phone. Now let's talk about pros and cons. So first of all, for the pros, excellent Wi-Fi 7 performance, fast and stable, 6 multi-gig port for max flexibility, gaming feature that actually worked, not just for the show. Great app and software interface, unique RGB design if you like it for sure, and works well with older Wi-Fi devices too. I want to mention sometimes I have a lot of issue with my Elgato lights and also my Nest camera, the Ring Bell, because they have to use the 2.4 GHz, and I don't know why with some mesh system or other router that I've tested, they just don't connect, so I need to redo the whole setup. But with this one, everything went smoothly. For the cons, it's very large, not easy to hide or fit in a tight setup. Also, it gets hot and the fan can be loud for some people who like the silent in their room. So to conclude, do I recommend the TP-Link Archer GE800? Yes, if you want a powerful gaming router or a strong home network and you're okay with the size and the fan noise. It's one of the best standalone router TP-Link has released, and it competes with much more expensive models. It's future-proof and has a strong hardware that won't let you down. So for me, it's a 9.2 on 10. It's a really good router. If you're sensitive to noise or don't need all the gaming feature, a quieter and simpler model like the BE800 might be also a better fit for you. So that's about it for the review. If you have any question on this router or a network or mesh other router in the market, just comment in the YouTube section. I will try to help you the best that I can. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.